Again, what?
The Rebbe was a Jewish guru. A guru is somebody who you unquestionably follow. The Rebbe was the same model, and that's what the
But
kids...
who needed a Jewish guru?
The Jewish youth were doing everything that was an embarrassment to the Jewish established community in the way of joining every kooky cult that was available, some of which came from Hinduism and Buddhism, but they needed a Jewish guru, and the Rebbe was, that's what he was for those kids, an alternative guru who was Jewish. They wanted somebody to believe in that was a person or that was like a god to them, which is avodah zarah. It's avodah zarah for the Rebbe to be that way too, but he always vacillated. He sort of didn't repudiate it, but he didn't acknowledge it. He was, but that's what he was. He was a guru, a Jewish guru for the kids who needed that, because they didn't get what they needed from their parents in the way of a rational, spiritual, positive reason to be alive. Like the Holocaust was and the secular creationist state of Israel was not having enough Shekinah in it, light. And so the Rebbe was filling that need. It looks like avodah zarah, but
why didn't you study Tanya?
I didn't consider Tanya Judaism. I wanted to learn what Judaism was.
What do you mean Tanya is not Judaism? What is it, Buddhism?
I was told that Tanya is Chabad. I've always suspected Chabad teaches Judaism, but they're not really Jews in a way. The first thing is I learned that a human being cannot be worshipped. And to some extent,
but the Tanya doesn't worship so much. Tanya is by
Chabad encouraged people who were confused and searching to worship
but
through
who
the
discouraged you? The Tanya is a mix of Gemara and Kabbalah. Who discouraged you from studying?
It's also a mix of medieval psychology. It's unique to Chabad. It was not. It was very heavily. It was the only thing that. I was over 35 when I lived in Crown Heights, and Rabbi Castell and the rest of them said I was welcome to study Tanya, but I wouldn't be allowed in Hadat Torah because I was a Kalbacher from California, and I was over 35. I was 36 years old.
Did other groups, Hasidic groups, study the Tanya?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of, no. No. No, it's unique to Chabad.
I see.
And I think, I personally thought at that time, and I still think the Gemara is much more main subject that is proper for learning how to be a Jew and what a Jew should know.
Well, the Alter Rebbe didn't create the Tanya to be an alternative. He created it just as a book of answers.
I think the Village Voice in New York reviewed it once as being a poor mix of psychology and superstition and so forth.
That's what it is. That's clearly what it is.
Well, some of it's a exposition of Zohar.
But that's what the masses believed. The Alter Rebbe had to work with their belief. He couldn't tell them to just stop believing in the stuff they believed in.
Well, I wasn't. I've met people like Miriam Ferris in Berkeley, who's a very lovely Rebbetzin who genuinely found the Tanya to be very helpful in her spiritual involvement.
Yes, but
she's a very lovely person. I spent one Shabbos with her.
Mrs. Ferris, she's a very spiritual lady.
Yes.
Was she once a hippie? She's really sweet.
No. Olivia Schwartz was once a hippie, but I don't believe Miriam Ferris ever was. I don't know anything about her